Ckboy! Flying squirrel! Welcome back! As a lot of you are probably pretty well aware, I am no stranger to a dating app. Also, this didn't actually take place on Tinder, it actually took place on an app called Bumble, but I used Tinder in the title because that's more mainstream and more clickable, but this app is called Bumble. On this app, the girl has to message the guy first, which honestly eliminates a ton of douchebaggery associated with online dating. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of douchebaggery, but this eliminates quite a bit. Still, obviously, like I said, a lot of douchebaggery still lives inside the cyber walls of dating apps. Generally, I ignore it. I'll just block, delete, or unmatch that person. However, on this very day, something clicked inside of me. The level of disrespect and grossness was so high that it was like a little switch just flicked inside of my mind, body, and soul. I actually almost feel bad for this guy a little bit because he got to me at a time where I not only have reached my maximum fuckboy capacity, but I'm also like a little bit hormonal right now. Note the hormonal pimple on my cheek. But he is now going to be made an example of in this open letter to all fuckboys. It went a little something like this. Now, on this app, you only have 24 hours to message somebody or they disappear. So I normally send a generic copy paste to a whole bunch of people and wait to see who responds. I know, pathetic and desperate, but we already learned that like 3 dating app stories ago, so let's move on. This time the message happened to be, "Hi there," with a little cookie emoji to let him know that I was thinking about desserts. He responded, "What's up?" I responded, "An M, how you doing, fam?" He responded again with, "Are you down to fuck or not?" Now, I'm an adult and I'm not naive. I understand that there are a lot of people on dating apps and in real life that are just interested in sex right now. That's fine. Do you. Use the magic that is the internet to insert yourself in as many holes as you'd like. Ladies, do the same. I'm not judging anyone or their choices here. It's 2016 and also you're a stranger. I don't care what you do. That being said, there are, believe it or not, respectful ways to do this. I've come across plenty of people on dating sites that are just looking for sex. Yeah, that's right, plenty of people would have sex with me. In fact, on a lot of dating apps or sites, there's actually little options you can select, one of them being casual sex. Plenty of men, that's right, plenty of men, have messaged me saying, "Hey, just so you know, I'm just looking for a little fun," or, "Hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, just sex." I'm just like, "Hey, do you, fam, not really my style, but thanks for keeping it 100. It's perfectly acceptable and honestly respectable to be upfront with your intentions and desires. I truly respect that. Nobody's wasting their time, nobody's feelings get hurt, nobody's expectations aren't met. However, do not respond to a casual, "How you doing?" with,
"Are we gonna fuck or not?"
Can you imagine that face-to-face encounter? "Hi there. Hi, what's up? Nothing much. How you doing?"
"Are we gonna fuck or not?"
I don't think I need to explain why this is ratchet as fuck, so I'm gonna move on. I go on to say, "Shit, I was really hoping your personality would make up for your mediocre looks." Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this boy isn't somewhat attractive. I swiped right. I mean, I swiped right on pretty much everybody, but the point is, he wasn't so far below my standards that I wouldn't dream of it. But I'm also not a completely shallow asshole, and personality really does change a person. And he is not hot enough to pull off that behavior. No, sorry, not by a long shot. His confidence level seriously outweighs his level of attractiveness, and that's just science B. At this point, I tweet the conversation, but I'm a little sad because he's taking forever to respond and I need content. But thankfully, like a true fuckboy, he's not just going to realize he was a dick, accept defeat, and walk away. No. Somebody has questioned his attractiveness, threatened his masculinity. He can't just accept the fact that some girl out there doesn't want to fuck him. He has to make sure that she knows that he is not only hot shit, but he is aware of what a steaming pile he is. So he responds, "Haha, right. You couldn't even start to get to me. Mediocre." And again, in true fuckboy fashion, he has to try to shatter the female's confidence level with a low blow, so he tacks on, "I was hoping you'd be less chubby. You have the flying squirrel." And in parentheses, a ton of arm fat. A couple things here. First of all, the fact that you have a name for arm fat other than arm fat that I'm sure you just toss around freely at the gym with your buddies just goes to show that you are truly the meathead, misogynistic asshole that I pinned you for. Second of all, if you have to explain your insult in parentheses, maybe you should get a more effective insult. Again, let's imagine this in real life.
"Are we gonna fuck or not?"
Oh shit. I was really hoping your personality would make up for your mediocre looks. "I was hoping you'd be less chubby. You have a flying squirrel." That's when you have that extra fat on your arm because squirrels, flying squirrels, they have that thing that attaches from like here to here so they can fly. That's like me saying you're a delusional narcissist and then in parentheses saying that's when you think you're way more attractive than you are and that your looks can carry your shit personality. You already lose. So, I drew attention to the fact that he is literally a meme. He's the typical guy who hits on a girl who he must be attracted to clearly in some capacity, and when he gets denied, he acts like he's rejecting her.
Are we gonna fuck or not?
No thanks. Whatever, bitch. I didn't want you anyway. This also makes zero sense because my observation of I was hoping you had a decent personality or at least that you weren't a flaming pile of human trash was something that I had to discover through conversation. His I was hoping you were less chubby comment. Boy, you are looking at the same photos that you were looking at when you swiped right. The same photos you were looking at when you messaged me and the same photos you were looking at when you said,
are we gonna fuck or not?
What do you mean? Anyways, I tweeted that too. At this point, I regret to inform you that he blocked me before I got a chance to screenshot the rest, but the gist of it was him telling me I'm gross, me saying please keep going, this is amazing, him saying that I'm still responded so I must still want it and that says a lot about me as a person, me informing him that the reason I'm still talking to him is because this conversation is going viral on Twitter, him saying, oh yeah, okay, me sending him my Twitter handle, my hilarious and psycho followers somehow finding his Facebook and Instagram based on the very minimal information provided on his dating profile, then spamming him on Instagram and Facebook, him privatizing his Instagram and Facebook, and then him blocking me on Bumble. Let me pause for a minute to let you know the reasons behind this video. One, I think it's funny as fuck. But more importantly, two, the broader message here. You can insult me, it's cool, I get paid to have low self-esteem. But you know, there's a lot of girls out there who don't and who could actually be really affected by this. It's really tough out there dating as a young woman, being constantly bombarded by a torrential downpour of dicks and well, dicks. Being objectified and devalued by people like you is the reason why so many young women have self-esteem issues and use sex as a means to get boys to like them, ultimately degrading and devaluing themselves. Again, no slut shaming here. If you're consenting and you desire sex, have it. But what I hate is women being shamed or bullied into feeling like they need to have sex in order to be liked. So, without further ado, let's knock your ego down a few, shall we? Boy, what are these poses? I know what to call this pose. This is the size of my dick pose. What the fuck is this? You're on a boat with your friends. I'm assuming you have at least some friends. And you interrupted your day of fun to stop and say, hey friend, hypothetically, I'm going to pretend like I was taken off guard. Do you mind snapping a pic? I call this one the this is why I'm an unemployed actor pose. I call this pose, are these friends taking these photos or relatives who feel obligated to hang out with me? This one is my favorite and I'll tell you why. There are so many questions. Why are you in a towel? Why is the tub full? Are you getting in the tub or getting out? And to keep with the theme, who the actual fuck took this picture? You're in a hotel room. So, I hope that this is a girlfriend or somebody you're sleeping with, but also not, because that means that you asked the girl that you're sleeping with to take a photo of you. So hopefully it's a buddy, but oh my god, that's so much worse. So maybe it's your mom, which is creepy, but at least she's supportive, you know what I mean? But then I saw it. I saw it. In the corner, really not even that subtle, it says, copyright Brian. This is a professional photo. Professional. So many new implications. You hired a professional to come to a hotel with you. You paid for a hotel and a professional for a photo that looks like it was taken on an iPhone 4. I call this pose, this money would have been better spent on an education. I call this one, the reason I'm holding up 3 fingers is because I plan on setting it as my Facebook profile pic 3 separate times. I call this one, it looks like I'm staring deeply into your eyes, but really I'm just looking for my own reflection. I call this pose, this is what happens when you tell a cartoon character to act natural. I call this pose, I spent all my money on professional photographers and hotel rooms so I can't afford a doctor. Can somebody please tell me if I have pink eye? This pose is called the only person who could ever truly love me. I call this one senior photo at the age 23. I like to call this one, I prefer feeling my own bicep over a woman any day. This is the even when I'm in agonizing pain, I gotta pose. This one is called, the reason I look so constipated is because I'm full of shit. I also want to throw in the fact that after he realized who I was, he did reach out to me on Facebook and say, I apologized. He never apologized. Please take whatever you put up down. Whoops. He then went on to say that he never talks to women like this, that it was out of character for him, and he was sincerely sorry. He said that he knows what I'm feeling, that he's a really nice and genuine guy, and please delete the tweets. He was sorry. He was sincerely sorry. He was sincerely sorry that I wasn't just some random chick that he could degrade and get away with it. If you say the words,
are we gonna fuck or not?
Before noon, it's probably not a first time offense, and as luck would have it, it turns out one of my followers actually knows him personally. So this guy's a personal trainer, and this guy was a client of his, and also a friend, and surprise, this is just who this guy is. Apparently, even at bars and parties, he hits on women, and when he gets denied, he says incredibly rude and degrading comments about her appearance to their face. In real life. So when I was acting out those scenes of like, can you imagine this in real life? This would never happen in real life. Apparently, it happens in real life. So when said person confronted him and said, yo, it's not cool to treat women like this, he ended their personal training session. Mid-session. So no, I don't think this is out of character for you. The moral of this story is don't be a fuckboy and don't fuck with me. And also don't call me fat after I've been doing Zumba 4 times a week. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, I love you very much. Thank you for being a part of my family, and I'll see you next time.
Do you wanna fuck? Yes, I wanna do. I wanna put my dick in you. I wanna make you scream my name. It is a game we both know.